So this is the topic in biology for class 8. The first topic, that is crop production and management. You must be knowing that in our country, the total population in the entire world, they are dependent upon the crop productions, and thereafter that fulfills our food requirements. The major part of our food that comes from the fields. In nearby, that is before 10,000 BC, people were nomads. Nomads means those population who roam around and dependent on the raw food materials. They hunt to fulfill their food requirements. But after 10,000 BC, they learned how to grow crops. And thereafter, the agricultural practices came into existence, which include not only the crop production, but also domesticating of the animals to fulfill the food requirements and also to help in the crop production. Normally, plants, what they require? Plants require air, plants require sunlight, plants require minerals so that they can grow properly and they give out the yield. So for which we have to carry out the crop production practices in a proper and very scientific manner. Earlier population was very low and the fulfillment of the requirement was very easy. But as the population grown up, the availability of the field for the crop production has gone on decreasing and the demand for the food has increased. That's why today we need to implement the scientific methods of the crop production and its management as well, so that within the available resources we can have more and more amount of crop production and thereafter the fulfillment of the requirements of our food. Normally in India, the food production, that is the crop production, is carried out depending upon the seasonal conditions. That's why we get the large diversity of the crops. Normally, what do we mean by the crops? Crop means the growing of one kind of plants, or the food plants, in a large area. If in a large area we are growing wheat, then the wheat is a crop. So agricultural practices, or rather the crop production, that involves, that is growing up of cereals. For example, paddy, wheat, maize, pulses, oil seeds, etc. Thereafter, growing up of fruits and vegetables. Then we also grow some cash crops, which include rubber, sugarcane, etc. So right now we will be concentrating our understanding and the production and management of that of the cereals in this lesson. Now, depending upon the climatic conditions in India, we have two major seasons of the crop production, and that is called Kharif and Rabi crops. Now, Kharif crops, they are grown in rainy season, that is in between June to September. While Rabi crops, they are grown in winter season, that is October to March. The major crop under the Kharif, that is paddy, and that in the Rabi crop, that is wheat. Now the question may arise whether the paddy can be grown in the Rabi season or not. It can be grown, but the yield what we expect, that will not be that much, because paddy requires, or other crops which are growing into the Kharif season, they require a lot of water. And in India, our major water supply and water availability is during the rainy season. So these crops are grown during the months of June to September, where in India we have got the rainy season, and thereafter availability of water is not a big problem. Now these are the just certain aspects related to the crops what are being grown in India. But what exactly the methods that is being utilized for growing crops or other crop productions and management in India? So let us discuss about those states, those are being involved into the crop production. Since crops are grown into the fields, and that is into the topsoil. Topsoil that gives support to the plants, animals, as well as the microbes, those are present into the soil. Many are our friendly ones. So the first step into the crop production that includes preparation of soil. Now, in any soil which is the tough one on the surface, we can't grow any crop. So soil is needed to be prepared, for which we carry out two operations, that is loosening of soil, the practice known as plowing, or turning of soil. And the next step, that is leveling of turned soil, followed by sowing of seeds, adding manures and fertilizers, followed by irrigation, then weeds and pest control, harvesting, and finally storage. So we will be discussing each steps one by one, their advantages and how they are being done. Remember, every step is having their own importance during the crop production. So for example, the preparation of the soil, once soil is prepared, we sow the seed, we add manures and the fertilizers so that we have to get the more yields. Then required water is being supplied to the plants. In between, some unwanted crops or the pests, they attack our crops. Those are to be cleared. Then when once the crop becomes ready, that has to be harvested, and finally that has to be stored properly, because whatever crops we are growing, that is not being utilized at once. That should fulfill the requirements for the next year as well. So that's why proper storage is also very, very important. So let us discuss about the first step, that is the preparation of the soil, and that is about the plowing and turning. Now, in soil preparation, the first step, that is the plowing and the turning of soil. That requires certain agricultural implements like plow, hoe, or even tractors. Plow is our traditional way of soil turning, in which a plow that is made of wooden block that is being pulled by some animals, two animals we are using over here, and this is the metallic shaft is that turns the soil when it is being pulled away. Similarly, hoe is made up of, that is the steel, which takes away the weeds and unwanted grasses that was present into the field. Nowadays, on the larger scale, tractors are being used, which not only minimize the labor cost, but that also tills the soil very efficiently. So whatever may be the implement we are using, what is the basic objective of the ploughing or the turning of the soil? Suppose this is the field and this is the tough surface. Once the previous crop has been taken away, this part contains humus. Also, inside there is harmful bacteria or germs growing under the soil. So, while turning it, this humus goes inside and they come up. So, what happens? Humus contains lots of nutrients which go under the soil, while these harmful germs they come up and they are being killed by the sunlight or energy from the sun. And also some of the birds they take away these germs for their own feed. So this way we enrich our soil with the nutrients. This is the first advantage of ploughing. Thereafter, what exactly happens? Once the soil is loosened, it becomes airy. Means that is air is getting trapped under the or inside the soil. What is the importance of air that is being trapped in the soil? You must be knowing that every part of the plant they respire separately. Since roots of the plant they remain within the soil, they have to respire as well. So unless there is the availability of oxygen within the soil, they cannot respire well. If they will not respire, the plants will not grow, rather they will get destroyed. Number 3, that is roots of the plant, they need to go deep inside so that they can drag water and minerals for the development of the plant. So for which roots have to penetrate through the soil, and this penetration will not be easy for tough soil. Rather, when the soil is loose, then they can penetrate very easily. So turning of the soil gives certain advantages which include enrichment with plant nutrients, removal of germs, allowing easy penetration of roots of the plant, making the soil airy so that So these are the advantages of the turning of the soil. Now in the next part, just turning the soil is not sufficient enough, because once we turn the soil, they are in the form of the lumps. These lumps will not fulfill these requirements. These lumps are needed to be broken down into the smaller pieces, and that must be properly labeled so that there is no logging of water. Because once, say, like this, if we have got these kinds of lumps, what happens? The water may log into it, and which will not fulfill our requirement. They will cause damage of the plant roots. But the same thing, once they are broken down into the smaller pieces, the excess of water, if any, that will drain away. Only the required part of water will be absorbed or retained by the soil, and these all requirements will be fulfilled. So for this reason, after turning the soil is to be labeled. So advantages of leveling of the soil. Its advantages being prevents water logging, and second one, seeds can be sown easily as per the pattern we need to have. So once the soil is being prepared, although in the steps we have marked as after soil preparation the sowing of the seeds, followed by adding of manures and the fertilizers. Remember, in the soil, just after the flowing or the turning of the soil, we can add some manures into it during that process also, which is an advantageous process, because manures are the dead and decaying organic matters which not only provide nutrients to the soil, but also they have got the very good water retention capacity. So water given into the field, that is being made available for a longer period of time over there. So that's why farmers, what they do, they, during the turning of the soil, they add up some manures as well. However, after sowing of the seed, the manures and the fertilizers to provide the plant nutrients, whatever is required, that may be provided time to time. So let us talk about the sowing of the seeds. Now during the crop production, seeds have got a very important role, because seeds are the basic thing that gives the plant to grow. and each plant is grown from the individual seeds, which ultimately provide a large number of seeds, what we call, that is our production. So the selection of the seeds, that is very, very important. We should use the healthy and the proper seeds so that we get the appropriate type of plants. If we can do one activity, just take some seeds of the gram, add into the water. What you will find, many seeds, they remain floating on the water surface, and mostly seeds, they settle down into the water. Why this happens? Those seeds which have settled down into the water, they are the good ones, while those floating on the surface, they are infected seeds and they are not of any use. So we have to take the appropriate seed so that we get healthy plant over there. Nowadays, we are using the improved variety of the seeds which are genetically modified and which have the capacity to fight against the plant diseases as well. So for which, regarding such type of implemental processes, you will study in the class 9. Right now, we are concerned about how the crop is being produced. So seeds can be sown into the field after leveling is being done in a proper rows, like suppose this is the field. We have to sow the seeds in the proper rows. Why? Maintaining certain distances like this. Now what is the advantage of this one? The advantage being, if the proper distance is being maintained, each plant that gets sufficient area to grow properly and they don't compete with each other for nutrients, for water, for air, for sunlight. So there is no competition and thereby we get the healthy crops. Healthy crops are there, naturally our yield will be more, our production will be more. So proper pattern should be followed. Now the same way the seeds are not sown with every crops. Like in case of paddy, we don't sow the seeds like this into the field directly. Paddy seeds are grown in a bulk somewhere else, that is called nursery. When the plantlets they grow up, they are just taken away and they are transferred into the field. So paddy has got the different way, and while this transferring, the proper distancing is also being maintained so that each plant grow properly. So they are first grown into the nursery, thereafter they are put into the or transferred into the well prepared field so that they grow properly, and in the appropriate time they get ripened and we get our products thereafter. Next comes manures and the fertilizers. Basically, these two substances are being used to provide plant nutrients, because what happens once we grow a plant in the field, the soil is getting deficient of certain nutrients which are being already utilized by the previous plants or the previous crops. So the soil is needed to be enriched with the plant nutrients so that they grow properly. If we talk about the manures, they are basically the composition of organic matters and nutrients. They contain both organic matters and the nutrients both. But here nutrients ability is little less, while organic matters are more. Now these organic matters have got the added advantage that they help to retain water, as well as they provide nourishment to the friendly microbes, and the nutrient is less over there. However, the fertilizers, they are prepared in the factories and are reaching a specific nutrient. Like for example, we use urea, we use nitrogen, potassium and phosphate fertilizers. So these are the nutrient specific, while here the which type of nutrients we find. These are the nutrient specific, whatever is needed, that much can be provided to the plants. The manures are required to added to the field in a large quantities because nutrient concentration is less into it, while these are needed to be added in lesser quantities. The storage of manures are, or rather it is a difficult process because it is a huge quantity, while this can be stored very easily. But one precaution is required to the fertilizers, that the excessive use of fertilizers ultimately degrade the soil quality. Soil gradually becomes unfertile. Also, while using fertilizers, we need to provide a large quantity of water to prevent the exosmosis. Exosmosis means removal of the water from the root cells. Regarding this, you will study more in the class 9. So manures and the fertilizers, then what should we use? The best way is just add them up together so that the total quantity being utilized, that is reduced. A specific nutrients are also provided to the plants. Simultaneously, organic matter also provided to the plants, and thereby we get the very appropriate results. Just to see the differences with the manures and the fertilizers, we can carry out one very simple experiment at our home as well. What we can do? Just take out 3 pots. Mark them as A, B, C. Add same quantity of soil into each. Now in add some manure. In B, add some fertilizer and leave C as it is. Thereafter, just add 1 or 2 gram seeds to each. Add some water. Add some water to each. Thereafter, keep them in sun for 6 to 7 days. After which, what we find, the plantlet has grown here like this way. Here we find little more, and here we find that is the soil one. So from here you can very easily find out the advantage of manure, fertilizers, and the without manure or the fertilizers. So of course, with the fertilizers, the growth is more, but again, remember that excessive use for a longer period of time that degrades the soil quality. So, thank you for today. We will proceed with the further parts in our next class.